Good morning, my great scholars. I'm here and I'm happy to be here. I know you are very happy to see me from your various homes. We have been having interesting time with ourselves on this topic, on this platform. Please ensure you keep safe and stay indoors. I miss you all and I can't wait to have you all back in school. I remain yours sincerely, Ayewole Alaba Adepeju. Past week, we have been discussing about different topics ranging from thermal energy, heat flow, and heat transfer. We also discussed about reproductive health under the subtopic breastfeeding, benefits of breastfeeding, myths and facts about breastfeeding. We also have talked about so many other topics, and I believe you are all reading all these notes, and please ensure you do the assignment that follows and submit offline. Like I said, I can't wait to have you back in school. For today's teaching, we are going to be treating our 5th and 6th week topic together. This is so because we are going to be talking about chemicals, which is 5th week topic, and 6th week topic is safety measures we need to observe when using chemicals. That is why I made it a 2-in-1 teaching for today. But before then, let's see the learning objective for today's class. At the end of this class, I expected all of you to be able to tell me what chemicals are, types of chemicals, and the uses of chemicals. You should also be able to classify chemicals based on their intended use and hazardous nature. And lastly, you must be able to tell me or mention the safety measures we need to observe when we are working with chemicals, especially in the laboratory. What are chemicals? Chemicals are distinct compounds or substances, especially one which has been artificially prepared or purified. They cannot be broken without changing into something else. Water, oxygen, and gold are all types of chemical. Chemicals are also defined as elements or a combination of elements with a specific composition and structure. Even in our various homes, I must tell you, we use chemicals. And you might not know. Example is the salt, sodium chloride, which we use to preserve food and also use to seasoning our food at home. We have graphite, which is a type of chemical used in making our pencils, the one we used to draw in school. We have detergent. Detergent consists some reasonable amount of chemicals, that is the one we use to wash our clothes. Alcohol too is a type of chemical. It is especially used to make alcoholic drinks and beverages. And also we have pesticides. Pesticides are the ones we use in our various homes, especially if we discover there are mosquitoes in our house or our room. We use a pesticide and they contain different types of chemicals. Now, let's see classes of chemicals. Chemicals are classified based, firstly, on the use, that is, classification based on its use. The first one we shall be seeing is pharmaceutical or cosmetic chemicals. These type of chemicals are specially designed to cleanse, protect, and change the appearance of the external parts of our bodies. And also they act on living cells, which present a special risk when they enter into our body. Types of chemicals that cleanse the body are soap, different soap we use in our houses for bathing. And we also, like I said, we have ones that we use to maintain our external appearance, like the body spray, our body perfume, our deodorants. Also toothpaste. It is used for our external parts of our body. And when this chemical gets into our body cell, they present a special risk. That is why before you use a chemical, you must check whether it is toxic or not. Like I mentioned earlier, we have deodorant and toothpaste. Toothpaste, for example, contains sodium sulfite. It's a type of chemical used in making different toothpaste. Another one is nuclear chemical. Nuclear chemical are the types of chemical used in the act of war, especially uranium, gunpowder, which is also known as potassium nitrate, carbon, and sulfur. These type of chemicals are used during war. We also have agrochemicals. Agrochemicals are chemicals used in agricultural farmland. These include pesticide, fertilizer, fungicide, herbicide, and nematicide. And we have various types of agrochemical. Pesticide, for example, are used to kill pests that tends to destroy our agricultural produce on the farm. Fertilizers are used to boost the product of our crops to have a good yield at the end of the day. We also have industrial chemicals. Industrial chemicals are often used in manufacturing industry. They include hydrogen chloride, cyanogen chloride, sulfuric acid, and many other. Laboratory chemicals are the ones we use in the laboratory, and these include sodium chloride, tetraosulfuric acid, H2SO4, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, and many other. I believe you have all seen this laboratory, these types of chemical in the school laboratory. The second one is classification of chemicals based on their hazardous nature. One, highly hazardous and toxic chemical. These are natural or man-made substances that are very dangerous to our health. Examples include mercury, chloride gas, snake venom, methyl alcohol, and many others. We have ones that are moderately hazardous or toxic to our health. These type of chemical have low toxicity. Example is the DDT. Also, we have non-hazardous and toxic chemical. What is toxic chemical? Toxic chemicals can be defined as any substances which may be harmful to the environment or hazardous to your health if inhaled, ingested, or absorbed through the skin. Example is our laundry detergent, furniture polish, bleach, gasoline, pesticide, rat poison, and many others. If you notice, there are some people that once your apartment or house is newly painted, they might not be able to stay in there because of the content of the chemical used in producing the paint they use to paint your rooms. Hazardous material is any item or agent which has the potential to cause harm to humans, animals, or the environment, either by itself or interaction by the poisonous substances which contain sufficient poison to make them very poisonous. Like I said earlier on, we are including 5th and 6th week topic together. What we have been saying since are the composition of chemicals, the different types of chemicals we have in this laboratory or even in our homes. Now, we are going to be seeing the safety measures we need to observe, especially when working with chemicals in our various laboratories. Safety first. That should be the first thing that will ring bell to your mind, to your brain, when you are about to work with a chemical in the laboratory. Like a song we normally render on the assembly ground, safety first should be our motto. Indoor, outdoor, and everywhere we go, we must ensure our safety first. What are the safety measures we need to observe when we are working with chemical in our laboratory? Safety measures are the activities and precautions taken to improve safety or to reduce risks, especially in the laboratory. The following instructions need to be adhered to when working with chemicals in our laboratory. First, you must ensure you wear a protective cloth, which we all know to be laboratory clothes, and they must be white in color. A safety goggle must be worn, nose mask or facial mask, and most importantly, please ensure you wear your hand gloves because we are working with different chemicals. Some are acidic and some are basic. It might splash and it might burst. So ensure you wear your protective laboratory clothes, a safety goggle, a nose mask, and your hand glove. Secondly, you must adhere to manufacturer's safety precaution. Whenever you want to use a particular chemical, the first thing you should get is the package of that chemical, or there's also what we call a leaflet inside the carton. Please ensure you go through the manufacturer's safety precautions before you use any chemical. Secondly, you should be able to identify the chemicals you want to work with. What do I mean by identify the chemicals you want to work with? The name and the type of chemical, either acid, base, neutral, or alkaline. You must be able to identify the chemical you are going to work with. Also, you must follow chemical guidelines for chemical storage and handling. Before you can work with a chemical, please ensure you know how to handle such chemical. The fact that we have different chemicals with different composition, there are some chemicals that cannot be locked up for a whole day or for a whole year or term. So we need to read the manufacturer's instruction to know whether this kind of chemical can be locked up or exposed where air can reach it. Also, we need to observe and follow the safety signs and instruction on our chemical package. Once you get your chemical package, please endeavor to check the sign and the safety signs and instruction written on it. Furthermore, you must ensure proper labeling and storage of chemicals used in the laboratory. Like if you visit the biology laboratory and the chemistry laboratory, you will see that all the chemicals are properly stored and labeled. Not that you just go to a laboratory and pick a particular, just one type of chemical. Any chemical you want to work with must be labeled. You want to use hydrochloric acid, check the shelf and look for a labeled chemical as hydrochloric acid. And finally, always work in a well-ventilated area because many chemicals are harmful when inhaled. These and many more are the safety measures we need to observe, especially in the laboratory when we are working with chemical. Like I said earlier on, safety comes first. Safety must be our motto, especially when we are working with chemical. Even at home, please ensure you are safe. With this, we have come to the end of today's class. Like I said earlier on, 5th and 6th week topic, all in one teaching. I would like to refer you to the uploaded lesson notes. It's a comprehensive note about this topic. Please download, read it, and ensure you attend the assignment that follows. You can also read more on this topic by laying your hands on our recommended textbook, Basic Science for Junior Secondary School, Book 2 by G.O. Omotuyole. Bye for now. I want to let you know that I've missed you all and I can't wait to have you back in the school. I remain Ayewole Alaba Adepeju. If this class has been so interesting, please let's make it a date in our next class. I love you all. Bye.